Hey guys, welcome to the YouTube channel of Conscious History, where we will unveil the hidden truths of the past.
When Shaka Zulu became king of the Zulu tribe, he transformed the army. He created law and order, which caused many tribes to join him and made the Zulu warriors' name widespread. They fought with a spear and a large shield. Enemies would fear seeing these warriors and hearing about their dance ritual, getting themselves mentally prepared for combat. They did it for glory and honor of the Zulu tribe, and the sounds of drums synchronized with the heartbeat of their warrior, Shaka Zulu. Now let's travel a bit further in time. European empires are looking for world domination. The king of the Zulu tribe is Cetshwayo, a man who lives for his people. The fact that we associate diamonds with marriage, fun and richness is because the diamond industry has been marketed for decades. Those diamonds were in the land of Zulu King Cetshwayo. The British Empire came with terms that were completely unacceptable, which would eventually lead to one thing: war. In this video, we will show you why the Zulu tribe, who fought with the spirit of Shaka Zulu within them, earned a place among the greatest warriors of all time. If you like our content, like and subscribe to our channel or support us on conscioushistory.backme.org, and let's begin the dance ritual, hearing the drum sound and getting us mentally prepared for battle. Blood diamonds. No, literally, diamonds for blood. Henry Bartle Frere, then British High Commissioner for Southern Africa, gave King Cetshwayo of the Zulu tribe an ultimatum that was totally unacceptable. The Zulu tribe was a warrior tribe where glory and honor meant everything. The impossible ultimatum was basically a war declaration, where Frere described the Zulus as a bunch of savages armed with sticks. Therefore, Commander Chelmsford was selected to lead an invasion into Zululand. Commander Chelmsford did not think highly of the Zulu warrior tribe either, and thought this would be a clean sweep victory. Meanwhile, King Cetshwayo gathered all the warriors from the Zulu Kingdom and questioned them what they thought of the matter. Their response was that they would live and die for their king and for the spirit of Shaka Zulu. During the Zululand invasion, Commander Chelmsford ordered a part of his army to set up their camp at Isandlwana, thinking they would fight a small part of the Zulu army. The scouts from that regiment stationed at Isandlwana observed some Zulu troops in the far distance. So they went looking to see how many warriors they would be facing. When the scouts finally reached the warriors in the far distance, their jaw dropped. They would not fight against some warriors. They encountered the main force of the Zulu army. The Zulu army had heard the drums from their ancestors and were about to showcase that the warrior spirit was in their bloodline. They were advancing in the famously bullhorn formation to showcase who the British had challenged for a battle. Once the scouts returned to their camp in panic, they screamed that many Zulu warriors were approaching. Commander Chelmsford had left the camp that morning to search for the Zulu army. The remaining men picked up their Martini-Henry rifle with bayonet, rallied and stood in formation, hoping that the power of their firearms would destroy the Zulu warriors. Not only did the Zulu use the terrain to their advantage, as can be seen in the fact that the commander and a part of the army were missing, but the British soldiers also faced the challenge of a required loading time. The Zulu warriors charged in like raging bulls, attacking the British soldiers from all sides. The soldiers had no time to reload before a Zulu spear would pierce their chests. This resulted in bloody one-on-one combat, for which the Zulu warriors had trained their entire lives. Exactly during the heat of battle, the sun eclipsed and the world turned into shadow. The Zulus began screaming, finding motivation in what they saw as a sign that their ancestors watched over them and wished for their victory. This created fear in the hearts of the British soldiers and eventually led to the Zulu army totally dominating the battlefield. A few of the British soldiers who managed to escape made their way to Rorke's Drift to inform them they had been defeated in battle and that a large group of Zulu warriors was heading in their direction. Meanwhile, the Zulu army was celebrating the fact that they were victorious in battle. While Commander Chelmsford was still searching for the main force of warriors, the main force had just dominated the battlefield and was now advancing towards Rorke's Drift. Knowing that the Zulus were familiar with the terrain, escaping was impossible. With fear in their eyes, the British soldiers began unpacking all the ammunition they could find, until they heard the sound of large drums. The soldiers were hoping that a train was approaching, but there was no railway nearby. The drum sounds were the Zulu warriors banging their spears on their shields, prepared to ascend to a warrior's heaven. Armed with spears and rifles, they had captured at Isandlwana. And so it began. The Zulu warriors attacked. This battle would turn the soil red from the blood that was spilled. The British army used 95% of all ammunition they had, and the Zulu warriors eventually withdrew from the battlefield due to the fact that they were completely exhausted. When Commander Chelmsford finally arrived at Isandlwana, all he saw was bodies, and he heard the sounds of fighting at Rorke's Drift. After Rorke's Drift, the Zulu warriors placed fear in the hearts of the British, showcasing to the world the mighty British Empire could be beaten. King Cetshwayo wanted peace. Like a true father figure, he wanted to protect his people. The British didn't want his peace, they wanted his diamonds, and now blood had to be shed. This led to a second invasion of the British forces into Zululand. When we talk about a bizarre moment in history, we have to talk about the fact that Louis Napoleon Bonaparte, the son of the French Emperor Napoleon III, joined the British forces to enhance his prestige. His obsession with his image led him to seek danger carelessly. He was ambushed by Zulu warriors and eventually killed. Therefore, the Zulu warriors brought an end to the Napoleonic dynasty. Commander Chelmsford was despised because of his orders at the previous battles. Therefore, in the second invasion, he wanted to make sure the Zulu warriors were annihilated by any means necessary. The final battle shares a resemblance with the Satsuma Rebellion and the last march of the samurai. It would take place in Ulundi, the capital of the Zulu Kingdom. Fear awakened in the hearts of the British soldiers as they heard the drums of the Zulu warriors getting mentally prepared for battle. The British army brought with them 10 cannons and 2 Gatling guns. When the Zulu dance ritual was completed and their heart was warmed by the strength of their ancestors, the Zulu warriors advanced one last time. The Zulu warriors charged, screaming at their enemy. Some were armed with the traditional spear, while others wielded rifles they had captured in earlier battles. As the warrior tribe ran towards the British army, they showcased the warrior spirit that had flowed through generations in their bloodline. As the Gatling guns fired away, smoke from the bullets emerged on the battlefield. One by one, the warriors fell. Each individual collapsed to the ground, riddled by bullets. Many warriors died in honor of their country. Therefore, they ascended to a warrior's heaven, surrounded by the greatest of all time. The war for Zululand was over. King Cetshwayo would be captured. He would have said, "A spear has been thrust into the belly of our nation. There are not enough tears to mourn the dead." The British won the war, but the spirit of the Zulu warriors who fearlessly stepped into the fire and laughed in the shadow during the eclipse remained. The sound of the drums reminds us of a warrior tribe who are getting ready to fight and die for their dreams. What did you think about the Zulu warriors? Did you know of Shaka Zulu or King Cetshwayo? And what is your opinion on the fact that the eclipse happened exactly during the battle? Leave me your answers below in the comments. And if you like our content, like and subscribe to our channel or support us at conscioushistory.backme.org. We love making in-depth history videos. See you next time at Conscious History.